This is a first generation Microsoft Surface Pro. You can check out the specifications of it down below in the video description. And today I'm playing the Forest on it. I'll just move this cable behind. Okay, let's check out the video options first. I've set everything to the lowest the game will allow me to. The lowest option for shadows and scatter and such is something called laptop, which I'm assuming is optimized for laptops. I've set everything down to the lowest I can. Resolution is at 640 by 400, which is the lowest resolution I can choose. Any resolution higher than that and the game becomes unplayable, absolutely unplayable. It's unfortunate, but I mean that's just the reality of having of playing a game on the Surface Pro. It's the version. I think it showed it on the main menu, but I think it was Alpha 0.02. So it's it's not even version 1 yet. So it's very early on in development. So just keep that in mind. It's very rough around the edges, to put it lightly. You'll notice on the top left there's an FPS counter, so you can check out the performance of the game throughout the video. Hope you find that helpful. And this loading screen is it's kind of long, especially for a PC game. And the Surface Pro has an SSD, so that's even more surprising. But okay, it's bearable. All right, so we start off in this scene with the airplane. Checking out whatever movie that is. I can't tell. It's too low resolution. And you'll notice that the frame rate is pretty high in this scene, mainly because it's just an airplane with you and your son, so it's not that many assets. Okay, it's getting a little bit more intense now. Frame rate is still holding above 30, but don't worry, it'll get lower. Unfortunately. All right. Yeah. So somehow we're okay after all of that. All right. Oh right, yeah. There's this scene here with the strange man who decides to babysit your son, without you even having to ask. What a nice guy, right? What a nice guy. Just doing it out of the kindness in his heart. Alright, so yeah, your hands and arms are covered in blood. Let me grab some cans of soda and beer or whatever that is, and some airplane food. Only time I'll be happy to see that. Am I right, guys? Huh? Nah. Alright. Okay. So we land near the beach this time. Usually I land inside a forest or in the middle of a forest, but I landed near a beach this time. That's cool. I did want to point out, like in the forest, you'll notice that the lighting seems weird. It looks like if you look just like around 20 feet ahead of you, it looks like there's an open patch of sunlight. But if you walk towards it, it just moves away from you. That shadow line is just running away from you. It's like the end of the rainbow. But that's definitely one of the sacrifices I've had to make to get this game running, at least at a playable rate on the Surface Pro here. I'm sure it looks better on more powerful machines with higher graphic settings, but yeah, just to get a frame rate of above 20 at least, I've had to set everything to low, to laptop, which is, 20 is bad. It's bad, but in a game like this, it seems bearable. I can chop down this tree and it looks fine. Once those guys start attacking me, you'll see the combat, and you'll see that the combat looks fine, even when the frame rate dips below 20 into I've seen as low as 16 while I'm attacking someone with his axe, and it seems fine to me. This game seems playable. It's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but it's playable. So I'd say if you were really considering buying this game, if you really want it, and you only have a mobile computer that has the same specs as a Surface Pro, I'd say go ahead and get it, but that's only if you really, really want it. I mean, you're going to have to play with really low graphics if you can bear that. It's not a problem for me, but I know for a lot of people will take issue to this kind of lighting and to the texture and the resolution that you're forced to play in. But I'd say if you're really into it and you really only have a mobile computer with integrated graphics, go ahead and get it. I mean, it's playable. It really is. But if you're not, if you're just thinking it looks interesting, I'd wait for the full release. I mean, it seems like the developer will optimize for integrated graphics. If we go into the menu here, one of the presets is actually for laptop. I've got my cursor on it. I don't know if you can tell with the low resolution, but it says laptop. So I think it would be safe to assume that the developer is actually going to optimize for mobile computers with integrated graphics, maybe in the future. So I look forward to that. As it stands now, though, the game is playable, and once the natives start attacking me, as they're scripted to do so in a few minutes or less than. Oh, look, a rabbit. Can I kill it? God, what is wrong with me? Like, the first reaction I have to seeing a rabbit in the forest is seeing if I can kill it. I mean, that's a result of oh, okay. Usually it's one guy, but I see a bunch of guys. Maybe this is normal. Maybe I just don't see them. I've seen a guy run up in a tree. Maybe usually they're up in the trees and I can't see them. All right, let's start attacking this guy. So you'll see the frame rate is still in the 20s. It's upper 20s, but that's mainly because we're near the beach, so there's not as many trees. Okay, so now we're dipping below 20 here. Still doing well. I mean, it's in a game like this. It seems like the lower frame rates don't seem to affect it too much. I don't know why, but in a game like Rust, where the frame rate, at least when you're playing on Surface Pro, when the frame rate dips below 20, it's completely unplayable. But in this game, it's totally playable. Totally. I mean, it's weird. Again, it's not ideal, but you can still. I mean, I killed a dude. You know, I killed a guy, which is rare for me. I'm not very good at these kind of games. Oh, the guy's climbing up on the tree. I wonder if I can chop him down with it. Can I mine it or mine it? Can I chop this tree down with him in it? Is he still up there? I think he jumped down. I don't know. I can't tell. Well, anyway. Yeah. So, let's get this guy. Oh, and I died. Okay. I apparently only had one hit left in me. All right. I'm just gonna end it there. Yeah. So you can see for yourself, but it's just playing it right now. It's playable. It's very playable, even in lower frame rates. Which, I mean, I applaud whatever engine this game uses. I'd have to look into it, but it seems like the game is very playable, even in lower frame rates, which was very rare, especially in modern games. But yeah, so I'd say buy it, but only if you really want it. Obviously, if you have a more powerful computer, then it's your choice. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you find it helpful, and thanks for watching.